Avra Kehdabra. You may recall this at some point in your life as the silly little saying from Cinderella when the fairy was saying Abra Kehdabra in English. The original, that's an actual thing, the original Aramaic was Avra Kehdabra, which means in English properly, the actual meaning is I create as I speak. Now, very strange, as if you know how old Aramaic is, that this was an actual collective phrase or a common use of language, or maybe esoteric, I don't know, but my point is, if you understand about how everything is vibration or energy, or how energy buzzes, or how the vocal cords are making the sound, and how creation works. If you want, if you truly know and understand, acknowledge, and realize the power in your words, the power in your thoughts, my friend. The type of person that is awake and conscious to this absolute reality, beyond the indoctrination, gaslights, and someone who is unlearned of the Sigma societal control conspiracy or grand design for the awakening duality. Someone who is awakened, the one awakening will not just say anything. The one awakening will not just think anything. Because you will begin to realize, if you understand the Hermetic assumption or ideas, that everything is mental, hence why there is order to what is perceived as chaos when observing the observable universe. If everything is mental and our reality is created by the consciousness, mind, or singularity, which fractal, the one who awakens will be very, almost, I want to say, neurotic and careful, because subconscious, unconscious, or conscious, whether reactive or chosen action, even though reactive is a subconscious choice or a conscious choice to one who is awakened, you will not just say anything. In fact, you will not just think anything. Like when people talk about the path or going with the flow, we are talking about thought even. It's not just about a body going from stillness to movement because of choice. It is also on a deeper level, because if you understand that the reason why your body moves, like you think that I'm not thinking about, or I think I'm not thinking about moving my finger right now because I'm so used to it, it's motor memory. Like I can just move it instantaneously. So it is like this with thought, be it subconscious, unconscious, or conscious, awakened, aware. You will be careful even with a thought, because a thought is movement. A thought is a path. It's a electric synapse that you create by thinking it, whether it's a trigger and you're active, you're creating a snowballing momentum reality, or you are creating a snowball momentum reality as a blessing. So what I meant to say, my point is that to go from stillness, once consciousness, or the one awakening enters into consciousness consciously and thinks a thought that is going from stillness to moving. See how my hand's moving? Thinking is a movement of the mind, but just consciousness is a stillness of the mind, watching and aware without judgment or thinking. It is just an observation of what is, and then thinking is a movement. Being is stillness that moves, and the one whom awakes understands that Avra Kehdabra. There's a reason why the Aramaic was important and also erased from the collective, because I heard the way it was designed was that the sounds of the words had more of a powerful vibration than like Romanized, broken down slave languages like Portuguese, English, Spanish, French, Latin. So I create as I speak. And even things like John 14:12, where it says, anything you ask for in my name, if you believe, it will be done. And in Aramaic, his mother named him Yeshua. I know you probably are already on to Yeshua, which is close, but I think I discovered through my Aramaic ancient rabbit holes that even Yeshua it's like what do you call it when someone has an accent? Yeah, it's like Yeshua or Yeshua it's got like the English accent. It's actually Yeshua with an E. It starts with an E. E-A-O-S-H-O-A. But the point is, the sound is in acknowledging that you realize, understand, believe, and accept that whatever it is you believe as the grand design and source of this existence and reality, which you acknowledge it is actually you, or you're still seeing it to cope as like a higher separate figure, God, it does not really matter. What matters is Yahshua means it, whatever you call it, whether it's you or your God, it saves. So a single thought can either be, to one whom is awakening, a single thought is movement from stillness into either a curse. That's why I said you must maybe kind of be neurotic, or a blessing. For when I wake up in the morning and I say, oh, my back hurts, oh, I'm grumpy, all these things I'm saying because I either like the finger, I was previously thinking it like in a time travel state, or thinking it on an unconscious or subconscious level. So there was movement with thought that was creating the physical manifestation reality of physical pain in my reality. But if you're neurotic and then you wake up, even if you sense that your body is saying that, you will say to your body by moving thought, I feel good today. I feel there's something stuck wherever it is in your body. I'm letting it go. I'm healing it. I feel that actually feels great. And maybe you'll realize if you're watching the energy how to let it go. But My point of this video is just Avra Kehdabra. Yashua. It is kind of the same idea if you take away language and roots. What I'm saying to you is you create as you think. You create as you speak, just as you create as you do. Like you make a bunch of brownies. You have created a bunch of brownies. Now you can sell them at the cake sale or give them away to your beloved ones for free, or put some laxative in it and give it to your enemies. I'm just playing. So, be careful, my friend. What you do? Okay, that's easy. Aha. Adept. Now, even be careful what you say. If I'm saying like, oh, I'm such a whatever, negative. I'm such a negative. That is a snowball rolling down a mountain. And if you remember making snowmen, when you roll a snowball, it picks up all the snow around it. So that snowball is negativity. And throughout your day, it's gonna pick up all the negativity around it like a magnet until it's so big that it's much harder to stop, especially with the size of momentum. But that's the curse. But the blessing, the other token of this acknowledgement, is that if I create this snowball saying, I'm such a positive, like magic words I say with my daughter. I am beautiful. I am intelligent. I am valuable. I am more than enough. I am essential. Avra Kehdabra. You will be careful. The master level, even what you think. I will not think insecurity or fear or place my focus and attention, my thoughts on triggers or trauma or held. I will not even hold such negativity any longer. An exercise I did last night with my beloved was I had her hold out her hand and I said, just hold this. And I pushed down on her hand. This was just a physical example as to what happens on a mind and consciousness level. If you can feel this energetically and philosophically, it will make sense when you translate it over to those other dimensions of mind and consciousness. So if you can put your hand out and just hold as your partner pushes down and you don't let them, right? So you feel like the pressure and the force. That's what it's like when you're holding negativity or like past trauma or triggers. You're holding that, and it, after a long time, it can be like walking through your life with a chain to your ankles dragging a 1-ton cinder block. So your experience is not going to be very delightful, but to acknowledge this, once you feel what that's like to hold the pressure, then I ask my partner to let go. So, you know, she's holding the fist, I'm pushing it down. And then when I say let go, she just lets go. And when you feel that physical sensation of what it feels like to let go, that translates over to the mind and the consciousness and held negativity. Like that, in those dimensions, is exactly how you let go. Like people talk about a lot in philosophy. And maybe some people just don't get it. But like, this is what it is. It's exactly the same, just like English to Spanish, or like English to French, or Aramaic to English. It's just like with your hand, and you let go of that pressure. That's how you let go of the thoughts. You just open and let go. You stop holding them and grabbing them and carrying them. And just like when your hand falling and the pressure completely has nothing to do with you anymore, you're free of it. This is how you let go. So even if you're doing some serious reflection, or you're seeking your true nature, if you truly understand the value in unlearning everything, you have to let go. And then you will see what I'm saying through your own experiential gnosis. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but gnosis, that indeed the awakened one is, does, and always has been, always will be Avra Kehdabra, Yeshua. I create as I speak. I create as I think. And the one, the Lord, saves. What is the Lord? Beyond earthly kings and Europeans, I'm imagining intuitively that Lord was originally meant just as a top tier hierarchy of like the grand designer, like even above Yalda Botha. So, if you want, you can try it and realize that you're only ever really as happy or sad as you choose once you're awake. Supernova Ultra itself out.